Welcome ladies and gentlemen back to another Fortnite news video. Anyways, today we have patch 6.2 aka the Halloween update now out, and we're going to talk about all the new stuff that's in it. And right now we're going to start with the Fortnitemares Limited Time Event. So this lasts roughly 4 weeks aka until November 26th if I recall correctly. And in this event, it is happening in all the normal game modes, so solos, duos, squads, and whatever else. It's not a limited time mode, it's an event that happens in the actual game itself. And when this occurs, the cube strikes back, and it's basically bringing all the Fortnitemares to Battle Royale. So you drop in, and you discover what the cube has unleashed, and you complete challenges for emoticons, sprays, contrails, and glider. And you're doing this so you're completing challenges by doing the objectives, which you guys can view in your challenges category. It's at the top, so no big deal. And then anyways, there's also cube fragments that spawn cube monsters. They drop in and you discover the different types. So there's large versions of the cube fragments, there's small versions. The large ones can be found near corrupted areas of the island. Small ones are created randomly throughout the map. And now you're probably wondering, what's the point of doing this? This is like save the world now. Why are we doing this in Battle Royale? So now there's cube fiends, brutes, and fragments all have a chance to drop loot. So you're able to get some loot. So there is a bit of more RNG involved now, depending on if you want to deal with this. And then you also have the monsters that can deal damage to you. And when you defeat any of this, it will grant you a small amount of shield. So if you kill a cube fiend or a brute, it gives you shield in return for making up what damage it might have done to you. Or yeah, that's basically what it's got going on. And now while this event is going on, we have the Fiend Hunter Crossbow, which was added. It is a limited time weapon for this mode, or for this event specifically. It is available in an epic variant. It does a 40 base damage and then 1.8 shots per second. And then it also does 4 times as much damage against fiends. And then it has a 7 arrow magazine size with unlimited ammo. And then can be found in floor loot and then also in vending machines and chests. And now that's really it for this Fortnitemares limited time event. We're going to talk about Playground, which has a lot of new stuff happening to it. So with Playground, we have a lot of new upcoming changes being made to it. They've added a lot of challenges for players to do and deal with. That way they can, I guess, feel like there's more customization or more flexibility on what to do in Playgrounds, because right now it's just kind of an open thing. And now they're just trying to give you some templates to build off of. And now the first one that we're starting with is the Port-A-Challenge, where there's an obstacle course and you collect the tokens and avoid the obstacles while honing your building skills and trying your best to just basically build. And then while in the building challenge, that's a different one. You have to build the structure as fast as possible. And then in firing range, you have to take out as many dummies as you can within the time limit, trying to get as many as you can. And then we have the Spiky Stadium version 2. This one they made it better, because in the previous one you would spawn in the sky, and now in this new version you can decide to spawn inside the Spiky Stadium in your certain play space. And then vending machines provide grenades and traps to allow you to customize your play. There's vending machines near it or inside of it now, and that way it's just not a hassle for players when they're trying to play and have some fun with the Spiky Stadium. Also, we have the Port-A-Pirateship challenge or game mode, and it's a recreation of the minigame shown off by SXVXN, and it spawns 2 large wooden pirate ships, and the minigame will split players into 2 teams with the goal of destroying the pirate ship of the enemy team. And that's it for that. And we also have the Port-A-Pirateship Ironclad Edition, where it spawns 2 large metal pirate ships. Grenades and rockets are available for maximum destruction. And then, yeah, that's really that for that. And then we also have new vending machines that have been added around the map to provide more traps and weapons. A lot of players have been complaining that vending machine accessibility has been a bit difficult, so this is their way of making up for it. And now there's a new respawn button that has been added to the in-game menu. And also, they're also doing a lot of tweaking in regards to Playgrounds. They're also doing this by leaking out, or well, they aren't intentionally leaking out, but in the new Playground options, which was leaked by FNBR Leaks, there's going to be a respawn location ability to change, and then warm-up time that was currently leaked in regards to Playground. We're not too sure when we're getting that specifically, but that is something that should be coming our way soon, just like with all the gravity stuff that they're adding more flexibility with. And yeah, but with all the changes to Playground modes, we should talk about the new weapons/items that are being brought to the game. And one of them is the Six Shooter added, and that is a new pistol variant, and it's available in uncommon, rare, and epic variants. It does a base damage of 34, 36, and 38, and then you basically shoot from the hip for a faster fire rate or trade rate of fire for precision by aiming down the sight. And then it uses medium ammo and can be found from floor loot, chest, and vending machines. And right now, I wouldn't say it's anything crazy, it's just a better version of the previous revolver that we had in the game. And yeah, that's currently it for that. And we also now have the Pumpkin Launcher, or Pumpkin Rocket Launcher, or the Rocket Launcher. It's just a visual change where now there's a pumpkin on the rocket instead of just there being a normal rocket. So it's just a nice little visual change, just like when the Easter event had the egg launcher and now we have the pumpkin launcher. Also, we have hand cannon changes where now they're doing balance changes to make it a bit more powerful, given that there's this new pistol being added. And previously, a lot of players have complained that it's a bit underwhelming for its current rate of fire and what it's supposed to be doing. So now they increase the damage from structures. It basically does double the amount of damage. So for the epic variant, it does 79 to now 150. From legendary, it went from 83 to 157, and now they also increased the minimum long range body shot damage, so that went from epic for 30 to now 50, legendary from 31 to 52, and then they increased the minimum long range headshot damage, which went from epic from 60 to 100, and then legendary from 62 to 104. And now also we have changes with the stink bomb where it increased damage, or will increase the chance to find in floor loot, not damage, I don't know why I said that, from by 0.2%, and they also increased the find them from chests by 1.7%. So now we're just getting a tiny bit of new changes, nothing too crazy I would say. You guys can tell me what you guys think of the pistols, but now we're going to move on to the last two categories. So the last two things we're going to talk about is in regards to gameplay and the art style / animation of the game. And for starters, we're going to talk about gameplay, or well, I guess not really starters, but now they're adding the glider redeploy functionality that's available in the soaring limited time modes. So before, when you jumped off a mountain in the game, you would just die. But in soaring 50s or the limited time mode, you'd be able to jump off and just soar through the sky. And now that's going to be available in all your game modes again, and it's going to help them test whether or not what they should do with this, or if they actually should go through with it. Currently right now you have to be a higher of 10 meters or higher, and you have to press jump to redeploy the glider. And right now there's a lot of questioning over if this is a wise decision, as right now this would just allow people to constantly keep building bases and have no regret in building so high or putting themselves in that such vulnerable position. Also getting the point of, I guess, jump pads too while they're at it. There's no point in bouncers anymore. And yeah, so we're not too sure if this is going to be a wise decision for Epic. I know they're trying to play catch up in regards to Blackout, where it has the ability to redeploy their little wingsuit, but now for this game it doesn't fully make sense, so it's a bit questionable on their part, but we shall see what the players think in the end. Also, we now have weapons now reload upon respawn in modes that keep the player's inventory. And then also we have storm changes that are occurring, so they're trying to make the game a lot more faster instead of waiting as much for the new zones. So the wait time for phase 3 has been reduced from 120 seconds to 90 seconds, and the wait time for phase 5 has been reduced from 70 seconds to 50 seconds. And now the late game moving circles will now immediately begin traveling to a new location after it reaches its current destination. And now the storm's maximum damage has been reduced from 10 to 8. So it's not as bad, but it's still pretty deadly to a person. So, I mean, ideally, it's not going to be a big change for you, besides you're getting that extra second of life. And now also there's another big change, and that's regarding the players being down. And that is players will now take 2 damage per second while in the down but not out state, instead of 2 damage every 2 seconds. And now the maximum time in the down but not out state from 100 seconds to 50 seconds if no friendly player is attempting to revive you. So if you're not being revived, you're going to be dying at a pretty fast rate now compared to what it was before. So your teammate now has more pressure to revive you. If somebody decides to shoot you a few times while you're down, you're probably going to die relatively quickly now. Also, in regards to art and animation, we have new variants added to the Musha and Haim outfits that are part of the Bushido set. So those are the very Asian warrior-like outfits, I would say, and there's no challenges to allow them to be unlocked. You automatically have these variants if you have them, and I definitely do say these new variants make them a lot better. So it's just basically without their mask and helmet on, and it's just them with their hair in like a ponytail or uptight position. So I mean, to me, that's what they should have done to begin with, but these new variants are just another reason why to get these skins. I think I might consider getting the female one. You guys can tell me what you guys plan on doing with those skins, or if you guys still dislike them. I really don't blame you. And then also, if you guys don't already know, on your screen right now, you guys should be seeing the destruction of what happened when Kevin the Cube decided to just have its little fun time. And that is, the island has now basically blown up, and the cube is still there floating in the middle. The island's just like kind of broken up. And then we also now have the Halloween bus with and then the Halloween bus does have Halloween music to go with it now. And now it's Halloween themed. There's mobs that spawn on it, like on the top of the bus. So it's just a nice new visual effect for players. And that's really it at the moment. I don't know if you guys have anything else that you guys want me to talk about, but I believe I've talked about the main things anyways. You guys can tell me down below what you guys think of everything. What do you guys think of the Fortnitemares Limited Time Event? What do you guys think of all the changes made to Playgrounds? What do you think of the new weapons? And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day.